Welcome back to Receive and Relate if you are an OG, and welcome if you are a new subscriber. Um, this is another heavy dream. It's another heavy one. I don't know why the Lord is. I'm okay today. I'm okay today. Yesterday, when I had to release the dream I had yesterday morning, if you haven't seen that dream, it should be right before this one. It's called I pray that the Lord gives you wisdom on how to pray concerning your children. Like my tears, like, 'cause I couldn't even barely get it out. But today I'm okay. But this is another one of a child. I have, for those of you who don't know me, which is probably just about all of you, most of you anyway, I have an extreme passion for the youth, and I always have, and I didn't realize why until actually just a few years ago. And when I say youth, I mean infants, toddlers, adolescent, preteen, young adult. Like, I just have a passion for them. But for whatever reason, God has been highlighting the babies. When I say babies, I mean like toddlers, the little ones less than like little ones less than 13 years old. You know what I mean? Like here lately. And so when I come on here or whatever whatever social media platform and tell y'all pray for your children, it's not for clicks and views. It's not to be saying it just to be saying it. It's not, I don't have a need for anybody to try to recognize me. The Lord is going to do that. Like, it's going to happen. People are going to know who I am. It's not for that. It's because God is very, oh Lord. Okay. I gotta smile because I feel the emotions coming. But the Lord is very, very. If I'm as passionate as I am about the youth, imagine the Lord. We wouldn't be able to fathom His passion, on His concern. And I believe this isn't. I didn't get this from God, but this is what I believe. I believe that the Lord is highlighting the youth, not like He never did before, but He's highlighting them specifically around this time, because of the enemy, because the enemy is on. Excuse me. He's on an all-out warpath, as it relates to the youth. A few videos ago, you should go back and watch that one too. I had a dream about a prominent public figure. The Lord has not released me to say his name. It is a male, as of yet. It was a very sinister dream, very, very sinister dream, and I had it right after the Holy Spirit told me to pray for the youth in schools. That particular one was the youth in schools. So he is, when I say he, I mean the enemy is planning. If he could take all the youth out of this earth, he would. Like, if he could do it, he would. But he's doing his best. So, having said all that, let me get into this dream. It's not that long. It's and my husband is gonna come out soon, and we're gonna go to our Valentine's brunch. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. Yes, today is February 14, 2024. And so this morning's dream, I dreamed like I worked at a hospital. And it's interesting because I interned at a hospital when I was in college, in grad school, social work. And so I was either something like that. I was either like a social worker or a nurse. Nonetheless, not less. I saw the patients as they came in. So there was a man He was very tall, heavy set and tall. And he had a kid. He was an African American man. He had a kid. The kid looked Caucasian, or if or mixed. That's what the kid looked mixed, because he didn't look quite Caucasian and he didn't look quite black. So they were mixed with something. Nonetheless, he came in with the kid. The kid had this scar, had an abrasion on his face, and he was so sweet. Oh my goodness, he was smiling. And even though he was in pain, you could tell he was in pain, but he was just as friendly, and he was just smiling. He was yes ma'am and no ma'am. And of course the guardian, because I never got a chance to figure out if it was like the father, an adopted father. I didn't get the chance to figure that part out yet. But I know he was a guardian, but I didn't know what to what extent, type of guardian. Nonetheless, we had to ask the questions and everything, and then noticed, he had this little scar in his face. So the scar was beginning to, something was going on, where it was beginning to, you could tell it was getting ready to get bad, because I don't know if it was going into his bloodstream or what, but the child, which was, I forgot to tell you the age. The child had to be one or two, definitely a toddler, enough that you could still carry him in your arms like that. And I'll tell you why, because what happened. And but he had, but and I say one or two, but he had a very good vocabulary. Like, he could speak well. Like I said, he was the yes ma'am and no ma'am, and he was smiling and friendly. And so anyway, we asked the guardian, what was going on with his face. And, he just fell or something like that. He's always falling, and stuff like that. And, okay. And so fast forward, as we were, investigating and doing our things in the back, somehow, somewhere, I had a knowing that he was abused, that the man was abusing him. And so when I went to approach him about it, this is what he did. He was like, you know what? And he snatched him up. He snatched the child up in his arms and he said, you know what? I ain't got time for this. And so he snatched the child up to begin to run. And then me and others, we started back, sir. And you know what he did? Jesus. He literally dropped the child on the floor. He threw the child on the floor. He's like, y'all can have him, fine. And when he went to open up the hospital door, they didn't open up together. He went to open up the hospital door. When you swing a door open that's on its hinges, the bottom of the hinges hit the back of the child in the head, because the child was still in front of the child was on his side in front of the door. And where his head was, he swung the door so wide open, it hit the back of the child's head. And I screamed. Excuse me. I screamed. And I ran over to the child and picked the child up. And so, I forgot to say this part. I had called the ambulance, but why did I call the ambulance? I think because the child needed to go to the hospital. Yeah, his face had turned so red, you could tell something was very wrong. So I called the ambulance, but the police came. I seen 2 cop cars, like, speed up to the hospital like it was a movie. And they got out, and the man, and I looked, I went outside with the child in my arm, and I seen the man was like, he was trying to run, but because he was heavy set, real heavy set, he couldn't run fast. He was so fast. And I heard the police got out, and they pulled guns out, and they say, stop. And then he stopped, and then he turned around slow. They was like, pull your hands out, pull your hands out slowly or whatever, slow. And then he pulled his hands, put his hands up, and he was still fussing like, I didn't do anything, I didn't do anything wrong. And I woke up after that. Now, if anybody knows me personally, no, my dreams be straight up movies, y'all. I'm telling you, this ain't gonna be the only one I'm gonna come on here and tell you. Like, my dreams, like, they be real life cinemas. Like, if I had a producer in my dreams, like, some of my dreams could literally be, some of my dreams could really be produced into a movie. Like, it seemed like that's how it is when I dream. And I woke up and I was like, dang, my Lord, another one. But I know what he's telling me. You know, it's again, it's reiterating. Y'all have got to pray for your children and pray for people who are guardians over. You know, there are people. There are people who, excuse me. There are people who are guardians that not necessarily the ones that are adopted. These are blood family members. These are family members that are taking care of children or babysitting or whatever children, and they are abusing your kids or they're abusing kids. Please, y'all, it's so imperative to pray. Pray for your children. And if it's not your children, if you know for sure, you know your child isn't getting abused, then pray for somebody else's. If you have an inkling or a sense that you may know, that you may think that a neighbor's kid is being abused, or somebody in your neighborhood or whatever, pray for them. And don't be afraid to call the police. Listen, I'd rather a neighbor or whatever cuss me out or be mad at me for somebody taking their child. I'd rather them be mad at me than I knowingly know the child is in there being abused and I could have done something to rescue them. Because like I said in the beginning, Satan is out to he out to steal, kill, and destroy these children. So if what he wants to start out is with the abuse, but the ultimate result is death. So if you don't say something to somebody, or if you don't do anything about it and you knowingly know nothing about it, you could be an accomplice for the child dying for some, God forbid, some way, somehow. Now, would you want to live with that? I wouldn't want to live with that, knowing that I could have helped. I'm understanding more and more why the Lord put me in this degree, why he gave me, why he told me to school to get this degree. There's something that he wants me to do as it pertains to the youth. But anyway, y'all, pray for these children out here. Pray for them. And like I said, if you see something, say something. All right? Remember, people can receive when they can relate. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.